Today, I'll share with you an awesome strategy based on using oscillator for successful binary options trading. Yet, this is what's going to help you to get confidently to the financial independence. Ready to dive into the world of opportunities and earnings? Then let's get started. I had a lot of requests on telling you once again about Awesome Oscillator, so this is why I'm recording this video for you right now. So in this video, I'll tell you about the strategy with Awesome Oscillator indicator, how it works, how to open deals, how to find entry points and earn that. So sit comfortably, put your likes, and we're getting started. Before we start trading, let's set all the required inputs. These are candles as a chart type and one as a time frame, and we apply Awesome Oscillator indicator for sure. It's already applied, let's click it, and we don't need to change it. To manage, we need to look, period, short period is 5, period long is 34. That's it, we leave it like that, and let's see how it's supposed to work out. And what do we need to point attention to? We see our chart and oscillator indicator. Now guys, we see there is a green peak on oscillator. It's located right here. We see that the chart's rising and oscillator, look right here, is falling. Let me show you once again. If we draw the line, okay, right here, our peak to the next peak formed, then we see that our oscillator tends to 0. And accordingly, it can signalize about the trend change and potential enter to the deal. The first peak is much bigger than the second one, and the second one is bigger than the third one, and oscillator is moving down, while on the chart we can see the growth is still proceeding. This is such divergency where we're looking for an entry point. Let's analyze all the charts with a clear entry point and a clear signal to entry, and as soon as we find it, I'll show you how we enter the deal. A great example, guys. We see the first peak and second one draws a line which tends to 0. We see the growth on the chart once again, but oscillator shows fall. So we're waiting for a lucky entry point and enter with lower. Okay, we're entering with lower as soon as we see the next third peak, maybe a little earlier. We're waiting for this candle to be closed in 20 seconds. Everything signalizes about the price going down a little. As we see the charts rising and oscillators falling. So here such a divergence between the chart and indicator happens. Let's open a deal with lower. As we see oscillators falling and the chart is still rising, though it would be perfect to enter the deal after the first red candle. Then we would earn for 100% and close the deal in a profit. We were a little late, but in general we still can be in time. Okay, great, we closed the deal in a profit, it's perfect, and let's check our indicator once again. Look, in a perfect scenario, we should enter after this first red candle. Then we would earn for 100%, not stressing out. But we entered in the very end, indicator has already worked out, and doing that does not worth it. Well, I think you should understand. Let's find some more clear example where we obviously catch the moment when indicator shows us to enter the deal. I think after that the next bet is going to be clear for you. By the way, there's another interesting thing about the strategy which you should consider. Look, we don't forget about our line located right here, 0. And if we see the first candle is generated beyond our line, beyond 0, then we can enter the deal with higher or lower as well, depending on what was the trend before. Look, we had an indicator at the top before, histogram, and if we see the first candle generated beyond 0, then it is a signal to enter too. Let's see whether there will be same case. If yes, we'll enter the deal with lower. In the case, if we go beyond 0, in other words, the first candle is open below 0, just like it was, for example, on history. Let's see once again. Here, the candle above 0 is opened. Okay, approximately this one, and then the growth came. Look, we have a signal. Let's open with lower, and look guys, what we've seen, our red candle was below 0. This is a good signal and let's open with lower, and I hope we'll handle this case. But let me remind you right away that not everything we see on the chart and things happening on the indicator are 100% working out. If we take it into consideration, there's a higher chance we get a profit, but there are no 100% strategies. Trust me guys, if there had been such strategies, everyone would have been a millionaire, so please consider different factors. But as for the strategy with oscillator, we open a deal with lower. Here, as we see, the first red candle is closed, lower than zero is opened, and the second one as well. So it's a good signal to enter the deal with lower as we go beyond the zero line. Sorry. Before that, the whole histogram was above zero. Okay, guys, and look, we've got a losing deal, but it's fine. We can enter with lower, and we could even do x2. So enter with $300. There is a signal. We have two red candles below zero. So we can enter to win the previous deal back, as the signal tells us the price will go lower. So we can safely set the even a bigger bet amount. But unfortunately, I didn't do it in time. I was afraid to miss the timing, so I opened the deal right away. But guys, as for you, it would have been better to think in advance and predict it and set the bigger sum, sorry. But I think it will work out with no problem, and we see what's happening in the chart right now. There are 1, 2, 3, 3 red candles below zero. Yes, it's worked fine. We successfully closed the deal in a profit. As I've already said, if we bet x2, then we would earn right now. But I think what matters the most is not earning, but showing you how it works, so you can understand how indicator works, how to figure out where's the entry point, how to point attention on that. But I think we're done with this chart. Let's find some more appropriate one. Some new peak starts to be formed. Great signal. Look, there's the first peak and second peak. It tends to zero, but we see the growth on the chart. So the chart is rising, oscillators falling. This is a great signal. Let's wait for a few more minutes for more candles and open a deal with lower, as there is a divergence. In general, we can safely enter as the candles closed. We'll see what histogram will show us and what's going to happen on the chart. So we'll make a decision. We enter with lower. We see that on indicators, everything is perfect. We see the first peak and the second one right here is closed, and some new peaks formation is getting started. For now, this peak is open from a red candle, so in general, it's a great signal. Let's see how it works out. Awesome! Our indicator worked out perfectly, and our strategy got us a profit. The chart is upward, but we see there is a signal on indicator. Great, the deal is successful. The signal worked out great. You see yourself. The peak was higher, then lower once again, higher, lower. It worked out perfectly. Great, such a great signal with lower. As I've already told you, there are two candles going beyond 0 point here. Look. And before that, we had an uptrend on oscillator, so we bet lower. Great, the signal worked out perfectly. $286 is what we made. And this strategy in general is confident enough. Yes, it's pretty hard to find an appropriate moment on the indicator, but nevertheless, if you consider risk management, do not hurry up, then this win rate of the strategy is pretty big. So put your likes, subscribe to the channel, and please don't forget about the link in the description. See you soon!